we come in on what is now still a relatively quiet sea, and the ship is making a heading back to the port where you're going to meet your contact. But it's only perhaps a night out from the events of the Unquiet Wreck, or for the crew, the job that you did where you went on a little dive and discovered that the ship wasn't quite as empty as one had hoped. You all did a lot of work with the rest of the crew in bringing up some of the, well, I guess we can say for now, just riches and cargo. So your cargo hold is pretty full. And you've availed yourself of all manner of goods that were fortunately sealed in barrels, and fabrics and things that, well, could possibly use a bit of a wash and a drying out, but otherwise will be fine. And I guess Hom may have found a few more foodstuffs that would have been perfect for adding to your stores.
Great. Just, yeah.
Thank goodness.
For now, though, your shift has yet to start, and you're all in the crew's quarters. Sleeping? And whilst you sleep, you have a vision or a dream of sorts. But it's in flashes. It's not fully clear, but you get the image of a gargantuan creature which is silhouetted against this luminous, bright, almost crystalline structure. And this creature is winding slowly around the structure, crushing it. And as it gets crushed, it begins to implode, and then explode, and these crystal shards fly out with fragments of them with blood and scale, and where they fall, things begin to grow. And moving on from that, you get another flash, a different scene. There's a figure standing at a huge forge, both weaving with tongs and hammer as this long snaked creature winds and curls around the forge. So you follow this multifaceted, different colored, and many layered and scaled tail into this room. And as you reach the end of that creature, you see a flash of that same wormling that you encountered down on the ship. And at that point, well, you begin to come to wakefulness. In the crew's quarters. But anyone, how do we wake up? What's happening here? Who gets up first?
Is there a hammock big enough for me?
Depends. I think you've been part of this crew for quite some time, so you would have either fashioned something, or perhaps some of the crew would have pitched in to help you fashion something.
Because I weigh like almost a ton, I probably don't have a hammock. Then I probably have like a relatively pleasant pile.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will sort of roll, sit up. See if anyone else is awake.
Brian will definitely be sort of one of the highest hammocks at the very, very top, because she's pretty agile and stuff. It's probably easier if she takes the top one. And she sort of wakes up and looks down at Hom, almost picturing like she's right above Hom. So she just hops down onto Hom's shoulder and uses that as a break to land on the deck floor. And she's like, whew, I really need to stop drinking pickle juice right before I go to bed. The nightmares. Morning, Hom.
You had a nightmare as well?
I don't mean to be rude. I don't realise you trimmed. But that's really cool.
What else would I do when I'm asleep?
Well, I guess you could sleep and think about food.
I do often dream about food.
Yeah.
On that, does anyone wake up to Hom's? Is it an announcement or like confirmation?
I think Vale is probably already out on the main deck, if not for having slept outside or elsewhere, is just an early riser and loves watching the sun rise. So is like probably like stretching out and like, another beautiful day, another day to ask so many annoying and probing questions.
Love that for Vale.
Yeah, and just waiting for like the rest of the crew to like start showing up and to get like whatever responsibility she needs to do for the day.
On the deck, you'd probably see a couple of the other crew. Like, you'd probably see Auret and Arda. They're just kind of doing some last bits before they come off their ship, off their shift, and essentially swap places with the rest of the crew that's in the quarters. And
give them a wave. Good morning. How is everyone this fine morning?
Morning. It's all right. It was a relatively quiet night, but then I guess we're just keeping her going. And well, you lot did all the hard work.
It's
today.
A team effort here. We can't do our jobs knowing that there's no one looking out for us on the opposite end of the shift. So really, it's thanks to you lot that we're able to do what we do. 'Cause how could we sleep otherwise, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the rest of you coming out, like I could...
they should be waking up about what I call the Senate. How big is Longer Shadow? They should be waking up about any moment now, so just...
All right. Let's all quit the chit-chat as a small-sized turtle wearing an oversized cape comes riding a spectral animated book, spell book onto the scene. He is small, he is grumpy, he is indeed a magical turtle, and his name is Two-Tooth Myrtle, and he is often very bossy on the ship, and also don't ask about his 2 teeth or his seeming lack thereof. But he comes in and immediately starts kind of like pointing at people to be like, all right, what, report back, and what is about this? Did you fix the thing I told you to fix last night? And is just kind of asking inquiringly, combining both asking questions and giving orders kind of all in one sentence all at the same time.
I think that you watch kind of Auret and Arda's faces fall. They were just coiling some of the ropes, because unfortunately it's something that seems to be a never-ending task, but they were ready to rest before you started to try and give them some new jobs. So this poor halfling with kind of long-braided hair has kind of pushed it out of the way and kind of put a head in hand and gone, oh yeah, I do like the night shift. It is quieter. Anyway.
I just sort of like whisper to the two, hey, no, I've got it. Don't worry. You guys just go sleep. I'll take care of this.
Yeah. So Aura and Arda, your little gnome friend, is going to they're both going to scamper back into the crew quarters, and where they will encounter both Hom and Brine and Copperbox.
I will turn and look at Copperbox.
Yo, Boxy.
Wakey.
Take a claw.
Ting, ting.
So there doesn't seem to be any. There's no reaction from Copperbox, and I wouldn't say that this is particularly usual. Copperbox doesn't really sleep as such, so they're generally pretty alert and out before you most times.
I'll biff them in the head again. Dunk.
There's
Brian.
That's not normal.
I don't understand anything about these like wizzly magic-y things that they are, but I am going to say it, but maybe Myrtle knows something.
All right.
And I will use my 2 gigantic claws. I should say, Homaris is a giant lobster person. 2 very large upper claws and 2 smaller, regular-sized hands. And with the 2 gigantic claws, just pick up Copperbox and walk up onto the deck of the ship.
Oh, sorry.
Not crushing the gnome and the halfling, who are very small compared to my 7-foot-tall frame. And we'll just edge Copperbox up onto the deck and just plonk him down very unceremoniously. Just
Something's wrong with Copperbox.
Go ahead. Were you say something, Lola?
no. I'll let you all.
Myrtle kind of like zips up. Myrtle walking is for the less arcane. And he kind of zips up and kind of does the thing where he starts low and just kind of like goes, kind of raises himself up and is just kind of like looking it over and just like taking his staff, which is basically just like driftwood with a bunch of like locks and chains kind of all attached to it, and is just kind of like tapping Copperbox in different places. And his familiar Libre, the parrot, is kind of also circling up, all up around it in a spiral, and then just kind of like swirling like a Looney Tunes Tweety bird around his head. And Myrtle's just like, Copperbox, what are you doing? Wake up! Are you in there?
We tried shouting. You could just...
I've heard your shouting.
Yeah. Something that is notably different about Copperbox is that his eyes, there's no light behind his eyes at this point. Like all of the little things that you noted that were things that kept Copperbox going, and just kind of that power that seemed to be behind Copperbox at all times is notably not present, but he is holding the box that you recovered yesterday.
Cool. I will reach out, grab Copperbox by the shoulders, pick him up, and shake him.
Oh, you don't shake sleeping people?
Can you make a strength check for me? Because I think Copperbox is slightly heavier than you.
No.
Okay, maybe not slightly heavier than you, about the same weight. Okay.
It's an 18.
Okay, and I'd say that you manage. It's not super easy, but that's more to do with the angle.
Sure, definitely. Pick up, just
Hello.
Whoa.
No.
We don't shake sleeping people. That can be... You've heard... It can be very dangerous.
I drop it.
All right.
Bit of a clatter, and the wood where you dropped Copperbox seems to bow just a little bit inwards.
All right. Hold on. First, I don't think he's sleeping, so I'm sure we could shake him, but I don't think the shaking will help. Could I roll like an Arcana check, perhaps, to kind of see what not that I'm an expert in strange automatons, but, might have some insight as to what's going on.
For sure, give me an Arcana check.
Could I help Metal as well if I just like go over this?
I'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because I rolled not great.
Yeah.
So I will take the help action. Thank you.
No worries.
Roll again.
Much better. 18.
Yeah. So it's nothing that you've seen before, but you kind of get a sense kind of from what magic you feel that there is definitely some other magic at play that's perhaps interfering with Copperbuck's innate kind of personhood and magic that's almost blocking it off or suppressing it in this case.
I think I've seen this before. And and he like takes his little quarterstaff, which again is, I think I described it as more of like a 1/8 staff, and tries to like poke at Copperbox's fingers, like just to see if it's like and I don't remember. Does anyone remember Copperbox's pronouns? I don't. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Whether or not Copperbox's fingers are like, you know, kind of like rigor mortis is not quite the vibe I want to evoke. But in terms of, you know, what's the grip? You know, are they like frozen around it, or is this something that we could maybe, you know, prize away from them?
You're welcome to try.
I mean, I'll have someone else try, but I just wanted to see if it was easy, you know, because these crew members, they just start touching things and they don't stop to check, and so I wanted to stop and check at minimum.
I poke Copperbox in the head again. Tunk.
He's not awake.
It's like clanging and just nobody's there currently. Though, whilst you're doing this, you'll note that Warbler is up in the at the top of the mast, kind of looking up. They've got one of their wings out. It's kind of a dark color, and they shout down, "Ah, it looks like there's another wreck up ahead."
Oh, I'll like look in the direction that they're sort of pointing to, see what we see.
So, as you look out, it's probably, is there like an ice? Give me a perception roll.
Absolutely. It's an 18.
Okay. Ooh. Yeah, you have very keen eyesight, the tabaxi that you are.
Slit eyes.
Yes, you have very keen eyesight, and you see there's flotsam and jetsam in the distance. It's not too far away, but it's definitely further than the average person would like see if they weren't looking for it. And Warbler, being up on the top of the mast, has a much better view. And it's like, it looks perhaps like there might be someone over there.
Should we prepare to bring someone aboard, or?
I think Boyne is like, well, I mean, I can't quite tell if they're all right. And with that, we'll kind of speed along the waves.
Myrtle starts shouting of like, of course we should prepare, and blah blah and all blah 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 blah. And that is what fuels our montage.
Is doing that. We'll kind of speed along those waves over to this this section of, well, I say section of water, just this little area of water where there's a great deal more flotsam and jetsam, and on a raft we see, well, I mean, we see Ashy.
For those close to this piece of wood that someone has managed to use ropes to make like a small boat to survive the wreckage, you see a lion person, so Lionel, and you see Ashy, he, him. And Ashy is wearing like a full sort of pirate clothing. So, probably the most important thing is the hat, the 3-point hat. No shoes. You don't know if he doesn't use shoes or lost them during the storm. And although it's the morning and probably has been a while since the storm, Ashy's look is always like wet, you know, like those trashy 80s sort of grunge style. Ashy's always like that. And I think at this point it's just face down, passed out.
So as you're passed down on the raft, I think something knocks you to the side, so you kind of get splashed by water.
So Ashley comes back to relatives like, oh my god, what is everyone? And then realizes that it's alone. Is that a wave kind of thing that wake me up, or someone or something from the ship?
I mean, at this point, you don't know. But what's your perception? Your passive?
Not good. I mean, I roll really bad. 13 passive.
Well, I mean, okay. Are you at this point? Are you looking to see, or you just think that it's like a wave came and snatched you awake?
I think it's a little bit of PTSD after the storm, so it's just like, okay, calm down, it's just water, and then sort of takes a big breath, and at this point I realize that the ship is coming.
Yeah, so you can see the ship in the distance. And are you standing up to wave, or
there is a sparkle of light in Ash's eyes because he's seen this ship before, and he's like, I'll be fine, and I will, let me see, point, let me see the distance, 120. How far is the
See, this is the thing. I'm like, I have to look at my...
I mean, probably, at least when you first see us, it's got to be pretty far, right? It's the ocean. You can see.
You know what I hate? I hate the fact that we usually do stuff in feet, but it gives you like pace at miles per hour. And my brain is not equipped to go, yes, I can calculate that to be however many hundreds of feet it measures. What is 5 miles to feet?
I think, someone correct me if I'm wrong.
26,400 feet. It's not that far away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the 30 foot per second thing, pretty sure that works out to being about 1 mile. There's some sort of connection between those two numbers. There's a reason why they're both there. I can't remember exactly what it is.
No, so it says that 5 miles is 26,400 and a mile is 5,000
away.
No, it's definitely not.
Longer than 120 feet.
It's about say 800 feet away. So it's you can't just get to it very easily. But the ship is they have, you can see there's, well, I don't know, how good is your eyesight? Because Warbler is kind of waving their arm at you and will kind of jump off the mast and begin to fly towards you. But none of that is fast enough before you get another little bump on the raft.
At this point, it's like, oh my god. I will stay quiet. In the sense of like, if nobody sees me, and we'll try to lay down again and pretend to be dead.
Are you going to look in the water?
I would rather not.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Nathan answer is no. I don't want to know.
But I will. Wait a minute. Is there any other? Is there like a piece of free wood that I could just toss into the water?
Oh, for sure. So there's loads of this free wood
takes a
around
piece
you.
of wood that is on the raft and just throws it into the water.
There's a kind of quick rise and snap and dive. as you see this fin kind of crest.
Oh no.
It's like, okay, now I'm dead. Like, so Ashi will ready an action. If anything tried to hit him, I will blast that creature with Eldritch Blast.
Of course. Now, over on the Greedy Darwin.
Lola, from
Yes?
a boring perspective, the ship goes 44 feet every round.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a bit far. Okay. Fair. In which case, I won't put you quite so far away. You'll probably... You know what? I'm just changing it.
So
The
we
ship
just
can go
found a
like
use for the
the ship can
mango
go
deal
like
already.
100 around. It's fine. You can get
100 feet around.
very fast. You're very fast with... If you choose to take that move action on the ship,
Yes.
you can go up to 100.
45
Around.
feet, yeah. If it moves 45 feet around in water, it's all correct. While sailing into the wind, while sailing with the wind, it's 60 feet.
Yeah. So if you choose to take those move actions, you can get to Ashi in a couple of rounds, maybe. But whilst we're here on the ship, there is perhaps a slight bumping against the ship, and Warbo will call back to you. There's something in the water.
Go and look over the side.
And when you go and look over the side, you'll see that there's this weirdly shark-headed thing beginning to climb up the side of the ship. And with that, can you all roll initiative?
Heck.
Fuck yes.
Including me.
Yes, everyone.
9.
Okay, great.
Whoa.
Okay,
Whoa.
9
Chris,
for-
is your German heritage coming out? Just calm down.
9.
9.
Okay, and what do we have for Two Tooth Metal?
10.
10. Excellent. Okay. Ooh.
Solid.
Brian.
Wizards don't need to go early. Spells are helpful to.
A solid 15.
Oh, very nice. Vale.
17.
17. And Ashi, all the way over there by your lonesome.
8.
Oh.
8.
Ooh.
8.
I'll be dead
In
by
fairness,
the time you arrive to me.
in fairness, if this shark does attack you, you do have a held action, so that might come up before your initiative, so you won't lose it.
What did you say? If this what attacks me?
Shark.
It's a shark.
It's a shark that can climb.
It's a shark. I mean, you saw the fin.
Yeah, because all sharks can climb. Right.
Yes.
I feel there is some karma that I'm paying to it, but it's okay. I can deal with it.
Okay, so at the top of the round, this shark creature thing that is climbing its way up the side of the Greedy Darwin is going to jump up and attempt to bite you. So jump up face first and attempt to clamp down on Hom, who is wonderfully, beautifully leaning right over the side and placing Hom's head in perfect position for this.
More like shoulders and head. I can't really move my head independently from my shoulders because
Yeah.
I am that thick.
Well,
Waist only movement.
it's a big, meaty, carapace bite.
Go for it.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Well, it's an incredibly carapace bite because the this wereshark kind of goes to take a bite down and kind of is stopped by the thickness of your carapace. Is it a carapace?
It is now. It always was. Yeah, I've got a lovely thick I've got a very thick carapace that's thick with 2 C's across every part of me. So yeah, absolutely.
I think they're used to very tasty lobster. You're not quite.
Lola, it's up to you if you don't want this to happen, but can they remain there? Like bite up and then go because they can't move out.
So it's in this hybrid form and they get 2 attacks. So I think it's definitely a kind of let's make a bite and it doesn't quite get through. It's like a almost stuck slightly and it goes to slash with its claws at you. Oh, that was so like that rolled from a natural 20 onto an 8, so it's a 14. So
nope.
I don't believe that hits you.
Nope.
So this wereshark in this weird, slightly contorted hybrid form with this massive shark's head and like evil-looking claws, but this weirdly bulky humanoid body at the same time is just partially latched on to Hom, but there's no mechanical effect. You're not restrained or grappled.
What I will do is I will turn around as a free action so the others I got one off inside it.
Nice work, Hom.
Yes, and
What?
with
Who
that,
said that?
it is Vale's turn.
First things first, putting out the book. Second level, what's it called again? The one with the spiritual weapon, that's it.
The one with the spiritual weapon. Terrible Friends episode.
Welcome to a very special episode. A cleric kills a bunch of weresharks. So there are 2 pages, and I think they like form into this like origami cat's claw. And just strikes at this thing latched onto. Actually, no. How many are climbing up the side of our ship right now? Because it looks like Hom's pretty good.
So you can definitely see this one that is on Hom. Did you?
Well, I went up with Hom to look over the side of the ship.
Okay, so there's only this one on Hom at this side of the ship.
On this side of the ship, okay.
Yeah. But you can see further down in the water, there are a couple of sharks circling.
Coming. Just say to the others, looks like we've got a couple more unexpected passengers on board. I'll swing at the one on Hom for now.
Sure.
As my first action. Dodge a 11 hit each armor class.
Sadly not.
Understood.
Sadly not.
So that was my bonus action. For my main action, I will. What was that, a sacred flame? Let's have it make a dexterity saving throw as a sacred flame it. It has to beat a 15.
I kind of want to give it disadvantage just for the fact that it's slightly attached to Hom.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah. Oof. I mean, that disadvantage really did do it because it got an 18 and then a 2.
Oh. Yeah, that's 2d8 radiant
absolutely
damage.
does not avoid.
That's 4 points of radiant damage.
It's like, okay. In another life, if it hadn't been attached to Hom.
I helped.
Absolutely.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Is that the end of your turn, or are you going to go around the ship? Do anything?
I'm going to stay here. I don't want to
course.
pick an attack opportunity from this thing.
Cool. Right. In which case, it is now Brian.
So there's no others that we can see or that I've seen Vale, apart from the one that Hom's chomping away on.
No,
Oh,
it's
well,
jumping away
nice.
on me.
No, though. Yeah, the one that is attempting to chomp at Hom and failing, and Vale did indicate there were 2 sharks circling the ship.
Cool. So I'm going to Brian.
I mean, you're welcome to give me a perception check if you're going to have a look around the.
I think I'm going to try something else that might be useful in case we get any more problems. So she's going to center herself in like the center of the deck, sort of like glancing from either side, and then she goes to a hip and pulls out a net and starts spinning the net above her head. And I'm going to hold my action for if any others come up onto the deck. That will be the release for her to throw the net.
Very, very
fantastic. Cool. Okay, right. In which case, we will head over to. You've just plonked yourself in the center of the midship area, and
Hom's got that covered. Whatever that is, she's not worried.
Fantastic. Okay. At this point. Well, this is going to trigger your held action.
Nice, good timing.
It's going to trigger your held action, Ashy, because this shark that has been circling around you and chomped on that piece of wood that you threw out is now going to come towards the raft that you're on and attempt to destabilize it to take a bite of you, or at least attempt to. So give me your held action.
Good. So at this level, I have to blast.
To what?
24.
Plus.
Ah, yes, absolutely.
24. Oof, no good. 1 damage.
Oh no!
1 force damage.
So cruel.
26.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So this shark, it looks like it is kind of not quite the equivalent of bopping it on the nose and stunning it a little bit, or redirecting it, as it were.
Yeah.
But it is still going to try and take that bite out of you. So it's kind of crested.
So as she's sort of blast to raise from the hands, but those look like little tiny cat skulls, ghosts, and they hit these people, this individual. But there is something really creepy about it, because they actually, it's not psychic damage, but the little ghosts get close to the ears, and each one of them says like, "You're not good enough."
It doesn't look like, other than the little bit of damage that this shark has registered this situation.
Hey, what do your H plus look like? Oh, psychic murder cats. Oh, cool. Okay.
Shiver runs down Vale's spine.
What do they do? Oh, they talk smack. They talk smack into the person's ear. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And it's just a skull, just a cat's skull.
Mm-hmm. So as that's happened, the shark is still kind of cresting out of the water and goes to take a bite at you. Though I do believe that a 9 won't hit your AC.
Hot damn, Lola.
My sharks are unfortunately not rolling very well. Clearly the dice are not in my favor.
You can
but
just
that
lie.
means it's in your favor.
Question:
Yes.
is this shark like free willy kind of jump to catch me, or is that now on the raft with me, like?
I have this vision, I don't know if it was Jaws, of when the shark goes into the boat and it's just snapping at the end of the boat.
Okay. But it's still in the water.
Yes, it's still mostly in the water.
It is Jaws, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about sharks. All I can think of is the one in Deep Blue Sea who's out of nowhere yomps Samuel L. Jackson away. It's such bad CGI.
Well, I mean, this is what this one is attempting to do to Ashley.
I see.
Very much attempting to do to Ashley. However, it did not succeed. So it is there trying to chomp at you. And in that, we will fly back over to the boat and to Two-Tooth Myrtle.
I've been really looking at my character sheet because I'm really disappointed to learn that I didn't build it so that Myrtle actually was flying around on a book. It was only flavor. And now I'm really disappointed in past Nathan that was not.
Oops.
That's just a fun,
Perhaps you
fun
haven't
flavor
got
choice
that
that I
quite
made.
ready yet.
Yeah, I guess we'll say
Still
say
the
that.
morning.
So Myrtle is still not exactly sure how drastic of a situation this is just yet. So Myrtle is going to kind of whisper to the small parrot that is just like sitting on his head. And the parrot is actually going to fly over and sit on Hom's head. And
My
again,
head's
just
inside
like
a shark's mouth.
Yeah.
So sitting on top of the head or the shark that is on Hom's head?
On Hom's somewhere. We'll put it this way.
So it's flying into the shark's mouth in some sort of way.
We'll say it's more whatever the most the highest point on Mount Hom is at this current moment is where this parrot just very nonchalantly just like plops down and just kind of grumpily looks for a second.
Hey, I'm here to help you.
Yeah. and you guys know Libre, he's a cool guy. And and Myrtle begins just immediately shouting out like shark men on the whatever side this is. Nathan doesn't know, but uses all the appropriate nautical terms and starts screaming out. And Myrtle's actually going to kind of stay a little bit back from the edge, but is going to wait and is also going to ready an action and is going to cast a cantrip if anything kind of like comes up onto the side and is like on the boat is going to cast something. But I think that is the end of Myrtle's turn.
Why is your parrot on my shoulder?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
So I guess
parrot
for
just
Hom, you
pushes
can
you into the
just
water.
kind of feel something on you. It's
I'm
feathery.
assuming that Myrtle's done this before and I'm making no comment about it.
Maybe. But next, it's the rest of your crew.
Oh.
The rest of your crew, do you, as a group, have an action that you would like the rest of the crew to take with the ship?
Go to Ashy.
So you would like them to take the move action? Okay. So, like, they will rally around and Akoja, the captain, will get back at the helm and begin to speed towards Ashy, closing that distance by, I think, what was it, 120 feet?
It's 45. Oh, do they get to double it? They get to double it for dashing, do they?
Yeah.
They do.
I have to look at the thing.
Movement 45 minus 5.
While sailing.
Taken.
Sailing with the wind.
They can dash. Yeah.
Yeah, so
They can
we're
dash.
sailing with the wind.
They can go 120.
And we're going to take those two actions to go 120 feet.
Cool.
Okay, so we are getting closer. Just might be a little lower.
Cool.
And after the crew action, we are going over to Hom. What are you going to do about this were shark on top of you?
I'm gonna grab it by the tail. Then I'm gonna try and rip it off my head and smack it on the deck.
Cool.
Sorry, smack it where?
On the deck.
Check.
I'm just picturing you suplexing it and just like throwing it.
Oh, that's better. That's better.
dear.
I should suplex
Do
it.
a
You're right. That's
straight
much
up
better.
suplex.
It's going to make me roll.
I'm just going to roll.
First fall.
I'm going to do an attack roll with my unarmed strike because of my grappling appendages. I can do that and then try and grapple it afterwards. So to make sure it stays where it is, or to maybe use a suplex to like make it open its mouth and then grab hold of it with the claws so it can't go anywhere. I will recklessly attack. Advantage, which also means I give myself 5 temp HP.
Ooh, wonderful.
That is
What does it look like? Like hardening your already hard carapace?
The temp HP probably just comes from the fact that I don't notice when things hit me because my soft fleshy bits are so deep inside that I'm just a pound. I'm a ton of carapace and claw. But yes, I will suplex him with a 17 to hit.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool.
Give me some. What would you typically roll for an attack?
D8 plus 5.
Okay, so give me that, and we'll call it bludgeoning. You super.
It is all bludgeoning.
Oh, okay. Sorry. No, I'll let me give me that damage, and I'll add a little extra for like the extra little bludgeoning of the it crashing into the ship.
That is a 7 of damage. I get a second attack. Actually, no. First, I'm going to try and grapple it. Can I break up my 2 attacks with a bonus action in the middle? Would you allow that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then I will next use a bonus action to grapple it. Effectively, the claw just grabs hold and then tightens the vice in so I've got hold of it, and use that to tear it off my head.
Okay.
So contested athletics or acrobatics, please.
Yeah, give me what?
I don't get advantage yet. I'm not raging.
It doesn't count as while you're grappling, I guess.
No, I get a grapple as part of as a bonus action because of my claws.
So do you not get, if you're grappling it, do you not get the advantage already?
No, because I haven't grappled it yet. Technically, I've just hit it.
Okay. Well, you do have to be at 22.
No, 16. It wriggles out from the claw.
Yes. I think at this point it also manages it. Like you did. In terms of wriggling out from your claws, it's kind of done that. And also you did succeed in getting it off your head, but it is now kind of standing on the deck with you.
Then in which case I will use my second attack to punch it with a claw again. Still attacking recklessly, but they don't stack, so it's just the 5. Well, there we go. 27 to hit.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
For 12 points of damage.
Ooh. Fantastic. So, give me this beautiful vision of you having...
So, suplex it back first to land it on the ship. I try and use a claw to grab hold of it as it tries to slither off my head, but it just manages to get away from me. In which case, I just get up and will use a claw to just straight cock punch it in the face. So, big old gash, big old and then I'm just standing there next to it going, I'm not scared of it at all. It's this is a good day, not a bad day.
I do believe Hom is enjoying themselves.
Now that Hom has properly suplexed someone onto the deck, could I hop in with my braided action?
Of course.
So this creature who has been who is the suplexed, just gets this sudden pain in their head as they hear a grumpy turtle voice saying, "Get off our ship!" And I would like it to make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Ooh, okay. I think there's a general kind of wince from the rest of the crew as they're like, "Oh, I know what that's like." Yeah, there is. That was a natural 20, but it was it's a -1, so it's a 90.
That's why I was like, I have a couple other cantrips. I cast Mind Sliver. I was like, I have a couple other cantrips or low level spells, but intelligence seems like maybe a good one to target. But that is all that happens. So it successfully saves.
Okay, cool. So you've used your held action and your reaction. And with that, we will fly back over to Ashy.
Who is dancing to the song of Rock Lobster. Ashy is a little bit concerned about the situation.
I mean, I would be, because there is this shark that is on your raft and you're probably on the other side.
Is it a shark or a were-shark?
It's a shark in this form, for sure. It's definitely a shark.
Can I see anything else? Can I see more fins around?
I don't know how good your eyesight is, but there's nothing in
least
your
between
immediate.
60
There's
feet.
not. There's not in your immediate vicinity. No.
Good. So
So you can possibly see in the distance that whilst the ship is moving closer to you, it looks like there's something happening on the deck. Like these, like very small people kind of.
So as she
See a
will
shark person go, woo!
As she will reach into one of the pockets, inner pockets of the jacket, and will take what looks like a tiefling skull, or like the skull of someone with horns, humanoid. It's probably a tiefling thing, probably a past lover that with an unfortunate best ending.
Awkward. You
these-
don't just break up with somebody. You end things in a very final way.
What do you think? Put it on the chat. Put a name as well. Create a fanfic out of this. So
Oof.
this skull has several holes through the sides, and then you can realize that it's actually a musical instrument. So it's like an ocarina made of bone.
Yeah.
And the way
Sorry,
how Ashi-
just to be clear, you not only have somehow acquired the head of a past lover, you've actively whittled it into an instrument.
Called the Ocarina of Bone, which presumably is what you did before you took the skull.
I hope the message is going across my future lovers, right?
Right. So is this something that you show them? Like you take out and go,
Yes.
fuck with
I
me.
know it's a
and,
red flag, but still. I
I'll
mean, now
keep the
that you know,
souvenir.
you have all the information to take decisions about our relationship, right? So as she will kiss this skull in
Made it
order
weird.
to
That
blow
made it weird.
air into the skull and start producing a melody. And this melody will create a sort of a illusion around Ashi. And this illusion will take the form of little tiny sharks. But those sharks like the ones that were dancing with Katy Perry at the Super Bowl.
Wait, what?
And actually,
Sorry, I am very un-Americanly cultured, and I don't watch the Super Bowl. I just
It's people in shark costumes. It's
It's
people
a
in
meme.
shark costumes. It's
Very
weird.
bad
People in
sarcasm.
shark
I'm slightly glad that I didn't watch
Google it.
this
It's worth it.
performance of
Google
me.
it. It's worth it every second.
Okay, I guess for everyone else in the chat, maybe Google this later. Make a note for yourselves.
and I will cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay,
So in a radius of 15 feet around myself, creatures will have some effect. So
Right. Just remind me, is that when they enter or on their turn or?
So first of all the creatures are affected have the speed halved.
Yeah.
And then when they enter in the area for the first time on a turn,
There you go.
or they start the turn there.
Yeah.
So in this
okay.
case, if the shark stays there, will take damage on their turn.
I mean, you are the tastiest meal within.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about Ashi.
A meal.
Be
That's
careful
it.
of eating that meal. Turns out it's not as hard.
So that is my action, and then my bonus action is going to be. Give me a sec. Oh no, this is a reaction. That's it. So
Okay.
thank you.
You're not gonna. Okay, you took your action to cast Spirit Guardians. You're not doing anything in the bonus section, other than kind of playing this on the other end of this raft, which is slightly tipped.
Did I catch
Yes.
that right? That you play your Ocarina of Bone by making out with the skull? Okay.
We're gonna gloss over
How
that
else
because
did you
like this
play?
relationship
Yeah,
is
Holding up a
yeah.
100 sign right now. Like, incredible stuff.
10
Yeah.
Ah. Right. In which case, we're back over to the ship now because those sharks that are circling around are gonna make it go at the ship. If one of you could kindly keep track of the ship
Got it.
stats. Fantastic. Right.
Hang on,
So-
which bit is it attacking?
So it's attacking the main hull.
Okay.
The ship bit, Chris.
No, but just like it's
In the water.
the ship's hull is insane. We go on, fine. Attack the ship's hull. I think the ship doesn't give a fuck.
No, but you might begin to. I don't know. It might give you. It might put a little hole in it. We never know. We don't know.
Go on, roll for it. Let's see what happens. The ship is currently extremely confident.
Yes, the ship should be. The ship should be because this shark is a little ineffectual. Let's see. What does the other shark do? That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, you hit the ship.
Yeah. And 10 damage.
Doesn't break the damage threshold.
I know.
The ship takes 0 damage.
Well, I did create this.
But also, how
But also
very
the shark
cute is
doesn't
it?
know that.
So it's
Right.
like,
Right, how very cute is it that there's just a shark under the water who's just like using it as a teething toy? Is
Yeah.
very good.
So-
actually.
I'm gonna get
Do
you.
you feel
Oh,
that
get
the
him.
ship is kind of knocked to the side somewhat? And that's it. So you just feel a little bit unstable on the top.
Somewhere
Not
too-
enough to.
Two
Sorry?
members we haven't met yet. Someone go, "Wow, that was quite a heavy hit." And one goes, "Nah, it's fine," and that's it.
Did a wave hit the ship or something?
Oh no!
So-
Love tap. What is that?
Though, at this point, let me.
That could not be good.
Something big is coming.
It's a bigger shark. There's always a bigger fish.
Remind me of your
Megalodon.
passives.
What?
Remind me of your passives.
As if what?
Perceptions. So,
15?
20.
12.
14.
13.
okay, so I mean, Vale will definitely see this, even though it's coming from behind you. You kind of hear another thing kind of touch down onto the deck, and I guess this would technically trigger Brian's held action, except I don't know if you. I don't know if you notice.
I don't think
So-
your net is that big. For what it sounds.
Though, if Vale was to alert
Hey
anyone
guys,
else,
something at the back of the ship.
yes. So there is another wereshark that has kind of quietly, not quite enough, sneaked onto the other side of the ship and is now on deck, ready for you to attempt to catch
Get it.
them in your
Get it,
net.
Mike.
Right?
Get it. Get it in your net.
Yep.
Get it.
I guess she'll do sort of like she'll almost like frisbee the net, so it like spins. It's got loads of little tassels on the side of it to make it
Fancy
weighted.
guys. Yeah.
Okay.
And she sort of goes to one knee and turns and spins it.
It's very cool.
Let's see what happens with this.
Yeah.
All of that for a
I
10.
think it is just slightly too quick, and having already gained its footing on the ship, it manages to dodge out the way and come. I think you're possibly the only one towards this side of the ship. Unless,
Yeah, I think probably.
Unless
I mean, if
Tutu's
anybody
far
else
away.
is with Hom, I think I'm not that far away from Hom on the
Yeah.
deck.
like it's the width of the deck isn't huge,
No, it's
so
like
you're
20
not.
foot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 20 foot. So it's very much like whether you or Two Tooth Myrtle are a bit closer to this.
Let them happen.
I will actually just, in fact, can both of you give me a luck roll?
Luck roll.
Yeah, so Brian and Two Tooth Myrtle, a little luck roll. Who looks tastier?
Is that a 20? A D20?
Please, yes.
Oh, I look tasty, and I'm a 9.
Well, I'm 8, so
I think
Turtle or sea elf.
Look,
Yes.
but I'm very small. I'm not very hearty of a meal, so
Well, you start with the appetizer.
there was an entire genus of turtle that we never catalogued correctly because people kept eating it before they could bring it home to catalogue it. That's how tasty it was.
I think at that point, then this wereshark was coming over the side specifically to take out a big, nice little chomp of tough metal.
Oh, would I?
And you're very lucky that Vale alerted you. How it gave you just enough time to slip out of the way as this bite comes down, because that was a 9. How do you slip out of the way? Is it a case of there's something behind you?
It is
Screaming violently.
No, it was because it was Vale, right, who saw it?
Yeah.
Or like who picked it up. So like I'm just imagining that like Myrtle is like, is again still screaming at everyone to be like, and over there, and be sure to watch this side, and just sees like Vale's eyes like open wide as they look like right behind him. And then he doesn't even turn around. He just like his book and him just like dips down like 5 feet and then like bobs back up as this just jaws just clomp over his head.
Okay, so this wereshark has attempted to clump on you and just kind of goes over you almost and kind of to the side. So as it comes round, having lost its footing slightly, it will reach out to try and claw you as it goes past.
Try to.
Lola, have you rolled up a 10 yet?
With a Greedy Darwin's elite
if I
squad,
have-
nothing can touch us.
If I
You're not
have,
playing
I
nice.
can't remember it. Like, that was an 11.
We're all having a nice
Tragic.
time, but like these dice are gonna come back and they're gonna come back.
Oh, yes.
And you know what? I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
be in
get
a lot of trouble.
some different dice, some
These-
clunky ones.
These sharks are having a bad old day.
Yeah. Right, well, that's that shark.
I'm sure they're really terrifying, but I can't help but imagine them as Sharky from Sharky and George. It's a cartoon shark with legs.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, that is very, very similar to what they look like, except they have, like, instead of... Do sharks have side fins?
What?
I don't know.
They have
Yes, they do.
they have flippers.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, they have flippers.
They have, like, side fins. No. Yes. So instead, you've got these massive, like hench arms and claws. Yeah, not quite Hom level of henchness, but
They're like T-Rex. They're like T-Rexes. They just get really sad because they can't actually do anything.
no, they've got
They
they've
try
got
and
like
pick up a bucket and it's like,
arms
oh.
in proportion.
Massive and angry. Arrgh.
Yeah. Okay, that brings us back to the top of the round with this other wereshark that is currently in combat with Hom.
I did attack recklessly.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Remind me, where did you put Copperbox?
Middle of the deck.
Yeah, I think he is just right there. Like based off how you described it, it was pretty much like we brought him on the deck, we were looking at him, and then we noticed there's a shipwreck, and then like a couple rounds
Yep.
later, there we are.
Yep.
So yep,
Okay.
still
Well,
out and about.
In a relatively
This-
undignified upside down pose.
This shark. I mean, none of them have done any damage to you because I can't roll for shit. However, they did this shark will kind of scent the air and turn to go towards Copperbox. Now, if you have a reaction,
I certainly do.
yes.
Would I also
But
be
it
in
is
range
going
to do so?
for Copperbox. Sorry?
Would I also be in range to do so?
Oh gosh, you have your spirit. No, that is
I mean, I have
actually
cat's
you.
claws. I have a dagger on me.
Yes, you did say you were right next to. You did say you were right next to Hom, so yes, I guess it would trigger an opportunity attack from you both.
And your spiritual guardians does damage on
no,
the start of its turn, right?
Ashley has spiritual guardians.
Oh,
Vale
Spiritual
has spiritual weapon. Yeah.
Get an attack of opportunity?
No, it's not a
No.
creature.
No.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought so.
Ooh. Okay. I will go.
You leave my friend alone.
Just smack it in the head.
Yeah,
or try
that
to
does
at
hit.
Copperbox is sleeping, and I don't roll a 21 to hit.
Yes, you both hit.
least. Oh yeah, 21 as well.
6 points of piercing damage.
Excellent.
Ugh, 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Awful.
I mean, that's still a lovely, like, a lovely amount of damage, and you have diverted it in this moment. So it is going to go. Roll a luck check for me, both of you.
Can I
Both did the same amount of damage, so
make myself look bigger and scarier?
you can try, but I'd
Okay.
still like you to roll. Okay, fine. Roll that luck check with advantage.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Or disadvantage. Sorry, it would be disadvantage, basically.
Oh. I don't have
In
to
the
do
sense that the lower it's.
It's fine. I got it. 1.
Yeah.
1 and a 3.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. That,
Not have gotten lower.
that like puffing yourself up has made you the like, oh, clearly I need to tackle this person before I can do what I came here to do. So they're going to go for you. This time they're just going to hit out at you with the cause. Have they clocked that your carapace is a bit too hard to like take a bite out? I don't know. We're just gonna attempt to claw you.
I attacked recklessly. Go to town.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot that is an advantage, but I got a natural 20, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. So, it was a natural 20 and an 18. Would an 18 have hit you?
Yes.
Okay, so it would have hit, but this time it's a natural 20. Just roll the second one.
This creature did what any sapient, intelligent creature should do, and it's recognize harm as a threat.
Okay. That
very
is
instinctual.
14 damage
Cool.
to you.
Yep.
And, well, now that you are a little bit bleedy, I think that there is that kind of sniff again, and it seems like both of those weresharks on the ship have kind of turned their attention to you.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay, I was about to complain about my rolls again, but it's a 24 to hit.
Yes, that hits. Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it was a 1 on the dice, but it's a 5 damage to you. Attack.
Harm
Okay.
doesn't even look bothered yet.
Yeah. Okay, with both of those weresharks turning to you,
Dink, dink.
but not at you yet. They're not to you yet, apart from this one. Vale, what would you like to do?
Spiritual weapon, gonna come crashing down on this one that's attacked Tom. Since, you've been damaging it anyway.
Yeah.
Much better. That'll be a 20 to hit, dirty 20.
Yes, of course.
Cool. 4 points of force damage. And then, for my action, I'd like to have it make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, lovely. This very, very wise shark.
Beat a 15.
Yeah, no. it's not gonna get 15.
So this poor thing is taking damage. So instead of taking 2d8, it takes 2d12 points
Nice.
of product damage.
Oh,
So that will be 11 points of necrotic damage.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty decent.
Just hiss at it again. Don't touch my friends.
And now, after Vale, did you have anything else you wanted to do? No?
I'm staying by Homicide.
Okay. Brian?
Well, we've got loads of ropes and all sorts of stuff, and I've got some movement to do, so she's going to sort of run, jump up, grab a rope, and then swing and land like in front of Copperbox towards... I mean, actually, to be fair, a question needs to be asked first. Have I noticed that they're starting to take interest in Copperbox? Because that would really depend on whether I do that.
Give me an insight check. It's going to be a free one, but...
Okay. Oh, that's very nice. That is a... Where's my insight gone? There it is.
Couldn't tell you.
That is a 13.
Ooh. These are relatively simple creatures. You've definitely seen a kind of head turn from this one that was directly on looking at Two-Tooth Myrtle, turn to the other side of the ship, and this one is the one that is by Hom is directly focusing on Hom, and you can see that there are some kind of slashes in Hom's carapace.
Awesome. Yeah. So if she spots that, she's gonna run, jump, grab the rope, and swing, and land in front of Copperbox, between the creature and Copperbox. But as she's flying across before she lands, she's gonna pull one of her daggers and just sort of launch it.
Ooh, lovely.
One of the ones within 5 foot of a friend.
Great use of the rigging. Love that.
How specific was that?
Do you need an acrobatic roll or anything like that?
No, you know what? Like Brian is like I remember your dex as being particularly high.
I have a plus 11 to acrobatics.
Yeah, I think you're fine. I don't think you can roll below.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then so she'll pull one of her daggers as she's flying and just like loose it out for a 21 to hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. But I'll do base damage first. That's 7.
Okay.
Base damage.
Sure. This is the one that is on Copperbox?
It's to attack one of the two that are within 5 foot of our friends, so that I can.
They both are. One is just next to Two-Tooth Myrtle. The other one is in front of Hom.
I think Hom's fine. Two-Tooth Myrtle.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. Awesome. Right. What was the damage on that?
That was 7 on the base dagger damage, and then I'll throw out the sneak attack for you as well.
Sure.
So 7 base and then 8 on top for sneak attack.
Lovely. Okay.
So it just like implants itself in the back in it, and then she'll land and take some sort of defensive position. Obviously.
Wonderful. Okay. And now we're heading back over the water to this shark that is snapping at Ashley's heels. But at this point, we're going to go to break. So we'll be away for about 5-10 minutes, and we'll be back ready to see what this shark attempt. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it's going to do, but we'll see it after the break. Bye. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had fun chatting in the break. And now we are right back in media res with this shark snapping at Ashley's heels.
Oh, shit.
Yes. And it rolls a...
Starts its turn in the aura.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does. Roll me that damage.
No, you need to do a wisdom saving throw 15.
Yeah, it's very unlikely to happen. I don't know what to tell you.
Ali, do the Katy Perry sharks do damage by dancing at the person?
When I say it's very unlikely to happen, I mean it.
Psychic damage.
Yeah.
Trauma
I think
damage.
it's a very like are these no, not what is going on in this poor little shark's brain? They rolled a 6.
Thank you, Lola. They take. Well, first of all, I will make this question to the rest of the cast, including the DM. Is Ashi good aligned or evil aligned?
I mean, I mean, blowing like kissing / blowing into your previous paramour's skull because you ended things quite finally. That relationship, of course. I feel like that alignment is tending towards evil, but that's just me.
I'm gonna say it depends on when the head was removed and what was happening at the time.
We don't have enough time to go through that in this game.
Right, I was gonna say we don't know what layers of consent there were in this. Maybe, we're in international waters, and it's hard to say.
The German guy who ate the other guy's penis did it with consent. Like that was
Well, right, but then there's the layer of international waters of like,
There was
and
consent
also
at some point.
If boat leaves the dock at 9 p.m. and it arrives by...
Okay. I'm still gonna say good. Okay, you know what? This could have been romantic. Maybe they died of natural causes and you just removed their head, like stripped the skull and flesh and everything else.
If you remove
No, they could have died of natural causes, and after they died, you removed their head and prepared it and whittled it down.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, Lola, and say that I think that's worse, and I'll give you my reasoning why. If someone murders someone, cuts off their head.
Bad.
Just hear me out. If someone murders someone and cuts off their head and then repurposes it as an ocarina, it's dark, but a choice was made. Whereas if their partner is dead and they go, "Oh baby, oh I'm so sad," take out a saw and start singing, "I'm so sad," just sawing off their head.
The latter could have been like, "I am dying of something terminal or whatever.
Sure.
I want you to keep me with you." Okay,
Again, we don't know their
some
story.
implied consent there, so
Only Ashi knows.
I don't know that was.
Baby, I'm dying. Please, when I die, remove my head. Take all the flesh off it.
Lola, are there
it's just an
are there any
Ashi
Zelda
choice.
games in your fiction? Like maybe people are very into like Ocarina of Time, and
I
they're
mean,
like,
that's a thing to
That's how I
ask
wanna
Chris,
live
because
on.
I'm not taking responsibility for the wider world.
I love the idea that someone goes, "Hey, I had an idea for when I die. You remember in Zelda Ocarina of Time?"
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ashi's a weirdo, and God knows
Babe,
how much
I've
weirder
got
it may
the
have been.
craziest idea. Hear me out.
It's my last wish. Are you going to tell me that you're not going to turn me into an ocarina? Like, you're not saying that. Like, come on.
Okay.
I want to be with you always. I want you to play me so you
Yeah.
remember me.
I want you
Yeah.
to blow through the holes of my skull.
This is almost unanimous, but I really want to know what Mike thinks about this. Fine. Sorry. All that question was just to decide it was radiant or necrotic damage. So this shark is gonna take necrotic damage.
Okay. Okay.
12 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. I think this shark somehow gets this flash of the situation in which your paramour skull becomes this ocarina. I don't know, and takes some form of psychic damage as well. As like these guts begin to the necrotic damage begins to eat away and tear at the shark, which is looking very unhealthy.
Still,
The shark's eyes as it realizes, oh, I'm the one in danger.
Yes, though it's not going to take the hint from your spiritual guardians, and it's still going to attempt to bite at you.
No? Not your day? Yes?
yes.
Yeah, it's really fucking scared. It's really fucking scared.
Yeah, I
It's
vibe with that. It's actually there with the skull going, guess how I died. Like,
It like goes to bite. It's like, wait, but no, your partner's skull? Like, what?
No, it's only got a 1 intelligence, but I still feel like I feel like this whole spiritual situation is communicating these images that it's just like, ooh. I'm not sure this person is particularly tasty.
I also really am invested in the idea that Ashy, like, it's not even actually a real skull. It's like plastic or ceramic. But Ashy's just like, no.
Oh, this is a story that Ashy tells.
I want them to wonder. Like, no, I bought this at like an actual music store, and I'm just goth as hell. But people just keep assuming it's real, and I don't correct them.
Those stories around the well, not necessarily campfire, the ship's cauldron. Stories around the ship's cauldron at night.
In the mess hall.
So, I've traveled before with these people.
Yes.
I wonder if they have like an idea, like, is that the guy that he used to date? Looks similar, but
Unless we met that person, it's again no questions asked on this vessel. It's like,
roll me a history check.
will our ship
That
get
can be
in
done
trouble for
after
harboring
this.
a future?
This shark has just missed you. Though I guess Two Tooth Myrtle is getting flashes of this situation back on the ship as it is now his turn.
Good.
Do you remember?
Okay, so we're still far enough away from what we can tell is, as far as we can tell, the lone survivor of this like other shipwreck. Correct?
That fucked up Lenin we once met and went never again.
And now there's still I know there's still plenty of were sharks on the boat. Are there still some like kind of bearing down on Myrtle personally?
Yeah, so this one has basically just attempted to bite at you, got you with a... Did they get you? No, they then missed you and then slashed out at you with a claw. However, so they're kind of... They are still kind of hulking over you, except their head is turned to look towards Hom.
Got it. In that case, I think Myrtle is just going to continue what is I would say a penchant for self-preservation, because Myrtle knows his limitations, and it's not being in melee.
Just say I'm going to run away. Just say it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reposition myself for optimal angles of attack and escape. Thank you. And so Myrtle looks around, and in this moment, I'm imagining this were shark like looks away to Hom, and then is like, seems not fun to try and attack, and then goes back to the squishy turtle, but the squishy turtle is gone.
Okay. It is now in a bit of a frenzy, but like it's not paying some attention to you.
Well, it's more that I've cast Misty Step.
Oh yes, okay. In which case, then yes, you are fine.
Then truly fully just snuck away, did little tip-tap-toes away.
Yeah. So it's kind of like this flash against the corner of his eye, and it goes
right. It's just, wait, hold on, what? So Myrtle,
Myrtle have the wherewithal to John Cena as you go is my only question.
He has, I'll put it this way, he has the wherewithal, but he does not have the charisma. And so he just kind of like in this, just like almost like what's it called, where it he crumples into himself practically, and then into his shell, and then his shell kind of crumples into itself, and then he just poofs 30 feet up in the air. And I'm imagining that maybe on a crow's nest or something, at least higher up on a net or something, 30 feet above kind of everything. And again, continues shouting out, kind of locations of where things are, reminding everyone, and there's a survivor over there, and blah, blah, blah. And also, I would like you to make an intelligence saving throw. The one who was bearing down on him.
Okay, awesome.
Is that so?
You know what? That's not terrible, but it's not good enough, I don't think. It's a 13.
That is not good enough.
Okay.
It takes 7 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
As I
I
once
think
again
there's
cast
this like slight confusion that is kind of behind this frenzy as they look around for where that possibly could have come from.
And that is the end of my turn.
Awesome. And now we are at the crew's turn. So Warbler, who had flown out to go and try and get to Ashy, has turned back in the last one and is coming back to the ship and is asked, what do I do?
Oh, in character.
What do we
comment?
No, it's true. No, as in, this is me asking, what is the ship/crew action you would like the crew to take?
So we get Ashy as soon as possible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't know
keep
the
pushing
answers at all
forwards.
times, but how far away
Yeah.
from Ashley would we get the next turn or next round?
Okay, so Warbler will kind of fumble at their at like this pouch and kind of bandolier sort of pouch on their hip, and bring out a scroll and is fumbling at it, and will position themselves so that they are behind the sails, and will cast Gusts of Wind. They have to roll for. But that is a 14, and Gust of Wind is a second level spell. What that does is it's going to double your ship's speed with yes, just a little power behind those sails, extra
Go
power.
up a little bit as we skip forward.
Yes, so you are now moving 240
Jesus
Around.
Christ.
very fast, but there is a very limited number of these spell scrolls. I think that's possibly one of the last. So
Please tell me
We're
we get to
moving-
Ashy with that. Can we get to Ashy with that?
not this round, but
Wow.
next one.
Okay.
I will survive.
Not quite.
I will
Not quite.
survive.
I mean, yeah, I think Ashy is pretty okay.
Yeah, but we don't know that. Like,
No.
at this point in
Neither
time.
you know that I'm Ashy.
Okay, at this point in time, the crew, as far as I understand it, thinks that someone over there is in trouble and needs saving, which is fine. Also, if Hum finds out that Ash over there needs saving, Hum would also be that scared and worried because Ash is great. And maybe other people would be like, no, but I don't care.
Well, you know what? We'll have to get to it next time. I mean, you're going to have another correction next turn? Next round?
Fine.
But it is now your turn, Hom.
Can I position myself so that I am in between the two were sharks? What I'd like to do is have, because one's slightly higher up, and but can I reach its ankle or something?
Oh, it's not higher up. They're both on the same deck.
But I
as
can
you.
get within 5 feet of both of them.
Yes. Yeah, the ship isn't that wide. Oh, sorry.
Punch your mic.
Yeah.
You all do it. Then, in which case, I will use my bonus action to enter my rage, and I will start sort of like almost gorilla noises. And
Did you get hairy?
no, it's just maybe the shell goes slightly redder because I'm boiling. And then I'm going to use two actions, my attack action, and use both of my attacks to try and grapple again. So I'm going to try and grapple both of them. Contested grapples.
I don't think you can do both.
I can.
There's no rule against that.
I've got two gigantic claws, and technically each of them can grapple one medium-sized creature. Bang, bang.
Okay. Well, I guess you would have been doing this at disadvantage if you are, but you're raging, so it's flat rolls for two of them.
Okay.
Yeah. I just if you're raging,
Yep.
you don't have that much. You may have focus, but it's not that easy. I think focusing on two creatures at once is probably a bit.
The first grapple check is a 24,
Yeah.
and the second is a nat 20 for a 27.
Wait, with disadvantage? Oh no, it's flat. It's flat. It's flat. Yes. Okay.
So So I will basically move between them and grab hold of both
Well,
of
one
them.
you absolutely grapple, because that's a 1. So nat 1. And the other... Yeah, no, it's a 22, but you would still get it with the... Yeah.
Cool. They both take 3 points of damage for being grappled by me because my spiky claws and my
Wonderful.
barbarian subclass. Cool. That is bonus action and action. They can't move any closer to Copperbox to try and get the thingy because they're grappled. I'm just going to hold them here. And next turn, what I'm going to do, just so you're aware, is I'm going to start picking them up and smashing them around, flailing wildly with them. Just for your benefit, that is what's about to happen.
Okay.
Wait, Chris, I'm gonna message you something in the chat as an idea if you'd like.
I think you should share with the class. No, you don't have to.
Well, we'll strategize and
Okay.
figure out if Chris wants to do this. and then
Okay.
we'll
Screen
go from
strategizing. Go
Okay.
for it, babe. Why not?
Metagaming.
Well, we're back over to Oryx, so you can strategize over on the ship. Oh, sorry. Yes, Oryx Ashmane.
shape today. It's
Ashy.
Oryx is good as well.
Yes. Oryx Ashmane. Ashy, you are at the edge of the raft, though this shark is looking considerably worse for wear.
I'm gonna finish it with
Please do.
2 eldritch. Finish it. Spells. First hit. Ooh, 14
Oh, yeah. It's not that hardy a shark.
for 1 point of damage.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
finish
It's
him.
hardier than that. It's hardier than that.
And 18 for
Yes.
9.
Oh, yeah. It's that. Tell me how this second one, like.
Then again, those little cat skulls get to the ear and it's like, I don't want no wonder why no one likes you, and just remembers high school and the trauma and just cries to that.
I'm not sure a shark has high school trauma.
Well, this is a work shark, so probably
No,
it
it's
was
just a
human.
shark. It
No,
is just a shark.
Well, look, we can certainly
All
say I spent
sorts
some
of-
time in a school.
I was gonna say.
I think that's fish. I think that doesn't work.
Shark. Yeah.
I think sharks have them in a pod, don't they? I don't fucking know.
There's sharks to
Is that whales? I don't know. I should know more about deep undersea sea animals words, but I don't. So
You're doing fine, Lola. I think
Yeah.
we'll survive without this key knowledge.
yes, of course. Yeah, no. So this shark is gone. It somehow experiencing this psychic trauma kind of slips off the edge of your raft and into the water and away.
Mental health is keys, you know.
But yeah,
so-
but now there is blood in the water.
Well, sharks don't eat sharks, so I would
No.
expect them not to be attracted by shark blood.
I don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
I'm gonna
We
spice
don't
things
know.
up a little bit,
Okay.
and I'm gonna jump to the water, and I'm gonna swim to the ship.
Okay.
Which is currently
Inject some
motorboating
chaos.
towards you.
For sure.
So I go. I don't have a
What
swimming
happens-
speed. Sorry.
What happens if like a 250-ton ship hits?
Well, there's rules
We
for
are
that.
about to see next round.
There's rules for that. I'll
Because
find
when
them.
one round, we'll find out.
Yeah.
Does our ship
I don't have a
ramp?
swimming speed, so I use
No, it doesn't. It does
15
not.
feet closer to that.
I mean,
Now, good thing is that
Oh god.
because I still have spirit guardians, things around me have the way, they have the speed. So I'd imagine that if you consider the ship a creature will not hit me that hard.
Ship is not a creature. It is a vehicle.
Anyways,
it is a vehicle.
and she starts like swimming like.
I love this. Very, very into this.
Wait, okay, so
Suicidal is what it is.
how far can you swim?
15 feet. I mean, 30 half.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. You are also a sailor, yes?
I guess.
Yes.
I mean, in like a spiritual. We spent time
Been
at
around
sea.
people on a boat before, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, I just looked it up. Do you want to know? It's genuinely horrifying. If the ship hits Ali, you've got to make a dex save where the DC is 20, at which point, if you fail it, you take 16 D10.
Oh my god.
Right. Okay, maybe as you get ready to dump in the water, maybe make me an intelligence check. Okay.
Maybe a DM no one to intelligence.
You absolutely
choose to fail it.
100%
Just-
can. You can do it. I'm not gonna say no.
Ashi has like 0 intelligence, like +0.
Look, it sounds like you should just do it, so...
I got a 6.
Yeah,
Swimming.
100%.
Swimming.
100%.
Now let's make
But
it a little bit
I'm
fair.
going to say, as you, because we've established that Ashi is not a stranger to ships. Okay, I'm going to say that I will say you're not going to take the disadvantage or the half movement of swimming.
Actually, I think Ashi is a little bit intelligent, a little bit survival, right? Because Ashi has
You
seen
rolled a
ships.
6.
Wait. Let me take you through this. Come with me through this journey.
Okay, let's travel with you through this journey.
The ship was coming towards me, and suddenly the sails were like boom, and I was like, they're gonna like dry over me or die.
Okay.
Whatever. Like I need to get away. So instead of going towards the ship, it's like away, like perpendicular.
Okay.
That does also mean we can just ram straight through which is funnier.
Because I don't think they have like brakes, do they? So they would have just come.
We're here to help!
No.
Anyway, sorry, that's my turn. Sorry.
No. Okay. In which case, okay, fine. It is after you have dived into the water and begun swimming, you're 35 feet sorry?
That's just an excellent choice.
Yeah, to a position that doesn't put you directly in the path, because it's not a thing that people would have thought of on the ship, and they wouldn't have navigated to like come alongside you or something like that. But you're taking yourself out of the supposed wake, so that's fine. The other sharks that are in the water will go.
Take out this. If they get close to me, they take damage, and the speed is halved.
And I'm not gonna lie, that there is no way they've kept pace with the ship. Okay.
Oh, I thought around me. Good.
This is some sharks with 100 feet behind us going, what the fuck just happened?
Very much so. So they're just gonna try and swim to catch up, but they're not going to be able to. So you just have these wonderful were sharks on the ship. Like, you guys have ruined my plan. The were sharks were gonna come on and chuck some of you off the ship as a meal, but it's fine.
We didn't do
No, I'm
anything.
joking.
It was your dice.
Yeah, very
Happens
much
to me
so.
all the time. I have
Very
6
much so.
DM plans, usually involving grappling, and it never works. How
Okay,
it goes.
so this were shark is in your claws, Hom.
They're both
in your claws.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. It is grappled.
Hey, Lola, I didn't attack recklessly because I grappled.
I know, but you are hurt.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Oh, yes, because sharks,
Yeah.
blood frenzy. Yes, yes.
Yes. So. Oh, why didn't I do that properly? Oof. Okay. I mean, that would have been wrong, but that's a 26 to hit because that's a natural 20.
Yep.
Okay. So this one will take a nice chunky bite out of you.
I am now raging.
Yeah. Oh, right. So it's halved. Halved is piercing damage. Okay. So it's only 14, which will make it a 7. 7. Okay. And it is going to... Remind me, would it have had to use its entire action to try and break out of the grapple?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's just going to bite at you again.
What?
Why can't I... It's a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
4. Okay. That would be 12 bite damage, though.
6.
So it's 6. Why do I roll better on the single damage than the crit damage?
It's the curse of every DM.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the curse of this DM is currently not having been able to hit you for ages.
You've hit me, just, not enough
Well,
to
no, this is
do
actually
anything.
the second nat 20 that they've done against you.
I know, and I'm still at over half hit points.
Yeah, I know, right? Oof. Okay, well, this shark is ineffectually, not ineffectually, it's doing damage, but it's not quite achieving what it wishes to. Right, this one is just going
I
to...
love the thought that it's biting into me and going like, yes, I'm doing something, and notices all the scars and goes, fuck. This clearly means nothing to them.
He's better to have a stroke on this canvas of a body.
Okay,
That's a lovely way of putting it. Yeah.
Tom's cool. Tom's awesome.
Tom's a canvas.
Chunky.
Very much
Canvas.
so. Wait,
Hey,
did
Hom
we
has a
say that
tattoo.
Hom
It's a
had a
tramp
tattoo?
stamp.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
we
tramp
did say Hom had a tattoo, didn't we?
It's a tattoo of Eldritch Might. I don't use it all the time.
Yeah.
But it's also
I
a
don't think
dolphin.
you need
It's
it.
also a dolphin tramp stamp.
Wonderful.
That's the third part of the High Council of the Seas is the lobsters, the sharks, and the dolphins. And that's-
No, I think the
Tom's way
dolphins
of
probably need to go
acknowledging.
up higher.
Look, I have many cool bonus actions I can do, and I've got to save them. Therefore, raging is more important than doing extra damage with an Eldritch Smite.
Yes. Okay.
Save that for a
this-
rainy day.
This shark that is in your other claw. Sorry, we're at the top of the round. The shark that is in your other claw is going to attempt to get out. So it's opposed. 17.
I am raging. 22.
Nope. It's just struggling.
And used all your actions.
Yeah. Honestly. To think this was supposed to be deadly.
You can ignore CR ratings.
Yeah.
Chumps.
Should have thrown in
I mean,
another
our
one.
high-level strategy of making you roll badly is very effective, and I think
Absolutely.
you should, acknowledge our prowess as players for again making you roll really bad all the time.
For sure.
That side should have an option like level of shenanigans.
Yes. Next time. Okay. Vale, it's your turn.
Second verse, same as the first. Taking my spiritual weapon, hitting the one we've been working on, and I'll need it.
Well, I need you to paint me a bit of a picture, because currently these sharks are up in the air in Hom's claws.
I mean, the spiritual weapon is just like a giant, like origami cat's claw with like a shredded paper trail behind it, is like wherever it goes. So it like just sort of like, sways up into the air like playfully and just like scratches at it for the first attack, for my bonus action. And that will be. That was almost good. That'll only be 12.
It hits. So
Oh, damn. Okay.
yes.
Nice. That's 11 points of force damage.
Ooh, very nice.
And then for my action, I'll do another Toll the Dead. And because these are cantrips, these don't count against the pages I use. So it'll just be like... It'll literally just be like closing the book, and with it, instead of it being like a dull thud, it'll be just like a bell reverberating in the distance.
Go, sorry.
I just need a wisdom save.
Okay, of course. And I mean, as you close the book to cast that cantrip, you do notice that those pages are dwindling. That is a 19 minus 1.
It saves.
So-
It takes no damage.
19. Yes.
But I will use my
Okay.
movement to like back away from Hom, because the situation seems fairly handled right now.
I think Hom did step away from you with like,
I stepped in between the two of them to get them
yeah.
both.
So the Hom is. I guess one of them would technically still sort of be near you.
Right, yeah. Like I'll
So-
put like 5 feet of distance between me and the one like I've been sort of next to.
Yeah. Okay. We'll
If
just.
yeah.
We'll just do a lovely little like a swipe with the claw, but it's. Oh, why do I keep rolling the wrong thing?
Bit of an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Oh, did it not go the way you wanted it to?
I mean, okay. I'm technically I'd be
don't
rolling
be
with advantage, but I think it's funnier if I honor the nat 1 that happened in this situation. It's a kind of
I've taken
like it's attempted to grab at you, but it's kind of like. I think at that point, Hom has kind of like moved his claw, so it's kind of dragged away. So it's kind of flailing at you.
Is it fair to say that these big chunky boys are not used to being, grappled by someone with more pizzazz than them?
I mean,
More
I would
chutzpah.
say so.
You would
I
be.
would say so.
I love that. Stick my tongue out at them as they walk away. Can't hit this.
Please tell me you
Yeah.
say the phrase, can't hit this.
Well, no, Vale says can't touch this, and then does a little like MC Hammer dance.
Perfect. That's what we want.
So you lift your robes and just like we see those little cat paws like
Yeah.
dancing around with a waving tail. Yeah,
It's that feline dexterity, Great dancer.
absolutely.
Yummy.
Witness to all of this on the midship brine.
Fitness.
I never really said, so it's totally up to you. If I never said if I had a line on my net. You know how normally you'd have the rope line to throw it and then pull it back. I kind of just threw it, so I don't know if I actually had a line on it or not.
The thing is, I think you threw it, then. Oh, actually, maybe my brain is not doing the turn of events. Did you throw it and then do the whole I'm going to swing on the rope? But I kind of think that it is left back on the other side of the ship. It's not far away, so you can go grab it. But
I might have to do like another bit of hijinks, seeing as they don't seem to be going after our resident metal boy. So I think I'm going to.
I mean, they would be trying. They would be trying, except
Yeah.
they are currently curtailed by Hom's claws.
So I'm going to do a quick skid across, grab the net, run over to Hom and be like, here, we can save one for later, and just go and put
For
a
what,
net
to
over one of
eat?
them.
What is this?
I'm not going to judge. It's totally up to Hom. And I'll attempt to just restrain it.
I mean,
with
I know
the,
that we've established that Hom will eat basically anything,
This is
but
true.
I'm like, I don't know.
You never know. Aware one could be handy to have. If we
True.
I think if I ate, would I become a were creature if I ate a were creature? Because it's not really the order of events that usually happens with were I
feel like if it was in its transformed state and you decided to. Oh, that's a good point. Did I need to roll a thing?
Wereshark stuff in there.
You did get bitten.
Oh yeah, I've been bitten. Yes.
Yeah, you have. You have. Okay, well, I mean, there's a Constitution check in there.
Should I roll it now?
But you can do that
I
on
think
your.
you're just threatening to make Hom even more powerful.
Yeah. Well,
change for Hom,
the thing
to be
is,
honest.
it's less making Hom even more powerful and more Hom not necessarily in control of themselves.
Okay. I'm less excited now.
But we will do that on Hom's turn.
I can do a con save. I'll do a con save right now if you want.
Yeah, I think it's 2 though.
Right.
Yep.
20.
Fantastic, yeah.
27.
Oh yeah,
Really works.
you are fine. You have shaken off this. You've shaken off this lycanthropy.
Good.
So far.
And to pair off with Hom's 27, a 27 to hit with the net.
Oh, lovely. Yes, very much
Nice.
so.
So the one of Hamaris's choice is completely restrained now in the net,
What does that do?
as well as them. They're just restrained, and they have to use their turn to unrestrain themselves.
But what does restrain to the condition do?
I think it just means
Oh,
that they
sorry.
It's
cannot.
just movement 0.
Yeah. I mean, they already had movement 0. I
Attack
think.
rolls against it have advantage. Attack rolls
Yeah.
it makes have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Okay, so it'll just be flat rolling then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then with that, I will back off and kind of just return to being in between. My brain's gone blank.
I think Murph
Big
was
metal.
up on the rigging. Vale has stepped away from Hom and these two clawed sharks.
But she's going to scoot back and stand next to Vale and almost just like lean on her and just like watch Hom do with what they will do.
This is the
Wow.
entertainment on the Greedy Darwin.
Yeah.
Thanks. No, I'm joking. Okay. Well, it would have gone over to the reef shark that was attempting to make Ashy its meal, but it is gone. Gone. So we will go over to Myrtle.
So Myrtle is up on his little perch now, or somewhere in the rigging, and clinging, presumably, to your life. He's very unathletic. He uses magic and other people to do all his climbing for him, and he yells down to his parrot, which is still somehow perched on Hom, and says, "Libre, help Hom take out the trash." And there's just this weird little parrot, like, and it like plucks out a single feather from like somewhere on it, and it just like drops it onto Hom, and Myrtle casts fly on Hom through his familiar.
Oh, I am terrified.
And
Just
it says, "Go on then, Hom." And that's the end of my turn. That seems like plenty for me.
okay. So it's the crew action first, but let's just Hom, as you begin to as this feather hits you and you begin to raise off the ground, like what happens for you? Like what's your reaction to this? What are we seeing?
He like it.
This is like floating, like, ooh, and then I'll start like, oops, like floating around, getting this like,
Oh, this is gonna be good.
it's not my turn.
God.
Yeah, well,
Casting-
it's technically the
casting
crew
buffs
turn,
on
but
the
you can have
barbarian
your.
just
You can
always
have your.
very nice.
I'm assuming that the crew is just going to be speeding ahead, so it's.
I'm just gonna, okay.
Unless you had different instructions for the crew.
What, run over Ashy? Yeah.
Nope.
I mean,
Girl
you have
down.
three. You have three.
Steer port.
things.
Okay. Here is what I'd like to do. And Lola, you can tell me if you dislike any of this or you don't want it to happen.
Okay.
Okay. At the start of my turn, because they're both grappled by me, they both take damage automatically because of my barbarian subclass. So they take. Hang on, where is it?
Where is it?
At the start of each of your turns, deal 1d4 damage to each creature grappled by you. There we go. So they both take. That's not. Fuck it. There we go. 2 points of damage for being crushed by my claws.
Okay.
I would then like to fly straight up. How far can I get with the fly spell? What's my speed?
60.
60 feet, depending on if you also double move.
Choices. 120 feet is such a long way.
It's pretty high up there.
Such a long way.
Just goes and looks up, falling damage.
Yeah, or do like Pythagorean
1d6, but-
theorem.
I
And
know.
you go
I
like
know.
80 feet, and then but it's over the water or whatever too. So we don't
D&D
just
rules
like.
as writ. Okay, D&D rules as writ. So I looked this up, so Nathan told me that he was going to do this. Rules as writ. It's a d6 per 10 feet of falling damage.
Yeah.
And if you're falling into water, you can make a certain save to not take any damage because it's water.
Okay. I mean, I don't think that's general. Well, okay, if you know how to dive, fine. And they are sharks, fine.
Exactly, they're
Okay.
sharks. I think that's fair. But also, I don't want them too near the ship because they're fucking with everyone's jam. So why would I do that? One's in a net, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Has that net got a rope attached to it?
No, we established that it didn't.
Doesn't have a rope,
No.
but it's restrained.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I just read something else in. All right, there's a rule for falling onto a creature.
Okay.
I'm seeing the math.
Could I
Start that up.
chuck one and then try and swing the other one into it and sort of Superman punch them both away? So I'm throwing one into the air, then using the other one to smack it and try and then let go. Just smack them both to go flying off into the middle distance.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Like,
Right.
rule of cool, fine. Do it.
Lola's no good, very bad DM day continues.
Hey, Lola, I'm going to do this recklessly.
Clearly.
Yeah, I think that's a given.
That's a 26. I get 5 temp HP. Just going to put that out there as well. Right. So, is the 26 is the first hit just like smacking them both into each other? Is that what we're counting this as?
No, I think you have to put, like, I'm gonna let you, like, I'll let you do it, but this is just to establish how the visuals of this.
Cool, so
How does this work?
I fly up 60
looks
feet.
really fucking good,
I
but
fly up 60 feet. I swing one of them up into the air. I do the one that's not restrained, and then take the one that's restrained and just bash one with the other one, and then let go of both of them.
fantastic. So
Is that 1 attack or 2 attacks?
that is your full action. I'm
Right.
sorry, but that is your full action. I can't, unfortunately, I can't do anything less than that.
The question is, how many attacks is that, and does it do damage, or is it just throwing them away?
Okay. You have actively punched one into the other, so you can give me the damage for that.
Okay, that's a 26 to hit, so that has automatically hit. So now that is 11 points of damage.
Okay. So you have managed to punt them. Oh, hang on. Okay. You've managed to punt the one that you punched into the other 20 feet away,
Right.
and the other 37.
Can I
There was
have-
that reaction as to, but that's them in the air. They are now
off.
going to fall.
blasting off again, yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean that they're falling about 70, 80 feet, would you say?
you did throw them up, so yeah, sure.
In which case,
I have to roll this on the thing.
86 each on top of that.
Yeah. Okay. That is a lovely 27 damage to both of them.
Cool. I'll look down.
I mean, okay, technically the crew action did happen before you, but I also like to imagine that it's happening at the same time. So you've kind of punted them an extra 30 feet away. You are soon to be an extra 240 feet away from them. I think that I'm going to take you out of initiative at this point.
I'm just gonna fly back towards the ship, just being like,
This is fun.
like swimming motions in the air. Like, trying that
the
out.
ship isn't slowing down.
I'll just be following.
Yeah.
I can fly for a while. I think it's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
It
be all
is.
right. I'm going to attempt, does swimming make flying faster? No. Does thinking make flying faster? So I really concentrate, just move forward as a thinking ball. No.
I imagine there's a lot going on in Hom's head as you chase the ship.
Comparatively a lot, but
Yeah.
the bandwidth is
Guys,
only so much.
I'm not going to lie. What's going on in Hum's head right now is think of a wonderful thing spinning throughout.
I think it's time to find remedy.
Okay.
Even better.
Well, okay. Your sharks are no longer on the ship and do not have a hope in catching up with the ship currently. So,
Not that they'd want to. I've been torpedo punched.
I mean, okay, so I'm just going to take it as we're going towards Ashy, and what Warbler does is as you get closer to kind of where the raft is, they come around to the other side and kind of act as a bit of a counter against the sails speeding forward to slow the ship right down.
An Aarakocra with gust of wind could really carefully control where a ship goes very, very well. Note to self, a future character.
Okay. So, as you slow and approach the raft, Ashley's not there anymore.
Could we
So we're out of combat, right?
Yes, we are out of combat.
So I'm gonna point, and I guess I remember the names of these people. I mean, I know these people, so I'm gonna use message, and I'm gonna go one by one. But probably the second is like Myrtle, and like Myrtle, what are you doing that you don't help? Order everyone to help me.
So sorry.
That wasn't Arm, it was 2D metal. I don't think you heard it.
Myrtle
I'm so
reads
defeated.
all of this,
I was going to fly down and pick him up.
and then
You are so far behind.
and then yells down at the captain, asking for permission to help.
Of course.
All right, let's get the spin around in other nautical terms that I know.
What I'll do is I'll cast Water Walk so we can just like sort of get onto the ocean and not have to worry about like anything coming up. So flip through the book, 3 pages sort of tear themselves out. And instead of like it being an enchantment on us, like for everybody around me who like steps onto the water, like pieces of paper will, like go to where you step to, so you never have to worry about like falling under. Yeah. So yeah, let's go. We know it's Ashley at this point after the messaging, right?
I think so, or at least definitely. If Ashley has messaged all of you, then yeah, you're aware.
Okay, everyone, let's go get Ashley. And, like, head on down, side the ship and start walking over.
I will slowly also approach to these people.
Yeah, and as you do, these pieces of paper kind of go in front of you, so you can kind of climb up on them if you so wish.
And so, but it was not cast on me. So I think my reaction is like, so you didn't bring like a bow, like, bro, like.
Well, we'd have
Rich
to like
coming from you. What are you doing here? State your business, Ashy.
Yeah, what's with the wreckage?
After those words, Ashy's like,
And now you remember why you'd left the ship.
If you will allow, what you will hear is
Ashy!
and suddenly it's like boosh.
pick me up,
I
bro.
will basically pick you up and give you a big hug, like,
Oh, it's so good to see you, Ashy. Oh.
Watch out.
Sorry.
Thank you. It's also good to see you. It took you a while, but thank you.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Myrtle, thank you very much. Brain, thank you very much. Kestrel, beautiful as always.
Vale, it's Vale.
Mail, no,
I'm a cat, not a bird.
awesome. Mail.
No, that was just Ollie being very nice outside of it.
Yeah.
The way you're looking great. Just so you know.
What am I doing here, huh?
Just randomly popped onto
why
the
am I on a
okay.
fantasy adventure? This is a terrible idea.
Why don't you like put me on the ship and I will tell you about my tragic story.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so as I imagine Hom flies Ashy back to the ship and the rest of you walk back to the ship, which obviously you can't really fully halt a ship on water. It's just moving in like much slower now, having been kind of stalled almost with that gust of wind, which has now stopped.
Plonk Ashy down.
Yeah, as you
So-
there are some ladders thrown over the side for you to climb back up.
Nice.
Did you guys also had some face a storm a couple of days ago?
Yeah, we did. We were looking for some artifact that a copper box is now holding, and before that we were fighting like these weird elemental things. How do you know?
And I looked to Copperbox. Is he okay?
Sleeping.
Upside down.
Not technically the case, but it's close enough.
Well, I'm glad that you are fine because obviously you saved me. That's very important. But my other shape was not that lucky, and
Where's the rest of the
things
crew?
went down.
Did you get hit by that storm as well?
No survivors so far, I think. I mean,
I would say you were a survivor, but you know.
Inside check.
I mean, you may not have.
Yeah, it's like I'm dead in
Turn undead.
Yes, exactly.
No other than me, and I don't know how many days I was unconscious, but I'm grateful to the chaos for sending you.
That's so sad.
I mean, you came to rescue me, right?
No.
By no, we mean no. How could you think we wouldn't be here to save you? We were just on our way to do so.
So,
Speaking of chaos,
Mind connecting.
what were you doing on that boat?
Well, that's a very interesting question, but just let me do my insight check.
I'll do a deception with my +0.
Oh, 19.
3. Big old cat size.
Vale,
Yeah.
I think we've gone through things. I think
Yeah.
honesty is very important, you know. I won't be offended because I won't. If I would have been you, I probably wouldn't have come either. But I still grateful. Business.
We found so many cool things, and we had other things going on. You know,
Right.
Why would we have come to save you when we didn't know you needed saving?
that too.
That's true. I don't know, because you like me?
no,
That's fair.
No, you don't like me. I know. It's fine.
no, it's
I
the
like you,
other
actually.
one. You're just busy.
I don't know if any of you that would have liked to make a history check. Not Ashy, but any of you on the crew would like to make a history check. Let's go ahead.
22.
I will for the lols.
22 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
4.
Wonderful. So, okay. Hon,
We know.
beautifully oblivious, is just happy that Ashy is here.
Ashy's great fun.
All good. It's all good. So, Myrtle and Vale, you'll kind of think back to like before the storm, back when you were at port and you'd gone to see your contact, and what they'd said about this little box that you were going for, and the fact that they were hedging their bets, because anything can happen to a ship on sea.
So you were one of the other crews that were hired to find... And I point back to Copperbox, who's holding the...
Indeed. Wise as always, my dear Vale. Yes, now I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna work because I lost my crew. So may I go back with you, please?
Yeah.
Well, you're not getting a cut, but yeah, sure.
I think at this point the captain has come down and kind of will slap Ashley on the and I mean has raised a hand to greet you. Like,
Captain, my captain, it's a pleasure to see you again.
I mean, there's a bit of a blush on this like verdant face, but
Yeah.
it's like
use it.
Ashy.
Use it.
Yeah. Yes. Ashy, it's good to see you again. And it's bad business this storm, but I guess the seas will take what they will.
I hope so. And if not, I'm sure we can handle it. This ship managed to survive one storm. One more storm, right? What could go wrong?
Yes, well,
I feel like everyone on deck hearing that just like spits or something. And like turns around to throw salt over their shoulder or any number of things.
I mean, if you had been paying attention to the crew's reactions as Ashy got on the ship, there was a little bit, like, there was some whispering, and like, I heard this, but that, like, there are some people that are shying away from Ashy, but there are others that have come to kind of be in the group and kind of welcome Ashy, as it were. It's like,
Why do people like Ashy? Just see skull fucks dead people. I mean, I don't know what the problem is.
Was that
It's strange that it's like a 50.
the session 0?
It's just such an inviting icebreaker, you know?
Right, what? Okay. Yes, so the crew, some of the crew are a little bit nervous around Ashy. The others are fine, welcoming, and the captain is talking to you and saying, "Well, yes, the storm was bad business, and it definitely did a bit of damage to us. So, I mean, if you help us get back, chip in with the crew, I don't see why not."
I'm here to help.
Like, it's gonna look at everyone else and just kind of for nods of assent, as in whether that's...
I think I own money to half of the crew.
Okay, so
I'm nodding enthusiastically. Ashy's great.
Myrtle says, as long as he's willing to pay for being carried, of course, as a passenger. Yes.
That seems a little cold, Myrtle. Maybe.
That's not what the captain said at all.
Right. Well, I say, like, we say you can have a cut. The agreements you may have in the past made with the crew are a different story.
I'm not here for the money. I have other objectives bigger than my life itself, but I'm happy to help in any way I can do. And I look at Myrtle. I know. I won't do what I did last time. I learned my lesson.
The hell did you do last time? Did we
Make sure you did. I had the crew scrubbing for days afterwards.
Explorer's crew, quickly, everybody huddle up. Brian sort of like interrupts and grabs Ashi by the sort of like the scruff and pulls him into a huddle. And I imagine Hom almost just like goes over the top of all of us. Okay, really cool to have you back, Ashi. What are you up to?
Honestly, I just want to hit port. I thought I was following a trail of my sibling, but apparently it just took me somewhere else. So I just want to go to port and start looking for more clues about my sibling location.
Fair enough. Well, lovely to have you back.
Wonderful.
And then just like put it down. Immediately put it down like notes all the like.
Right. Well, I suppose we get ourselves situated and continue our heading.
Am I still flying?
I mean, I don't think it's been. You maybe have like a minute left, I guess.
Nathan, am I still flying?
I haven't been keeping track of time, but that is up to Lola. How many?
It's 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got like a minute left if you want.
I was attacked by a creature in the sea.
I think you just attacked by some were sharks.
Shark.
One of the leads of my sibling was like they were hunting or at least encountered by some of those creatures.
Sharks.
Have you been bitten?
Yep. It's a shark.
And she steps back.
What is a shark? I mean, I've been by loads of sharks.
Do you feel any different?
I can fly now.
I believe
That is different. To be clear.
That is the order of
up.
operations. Yeah.
I can fly now. Are you saying they bit me and then I can fly? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna make the joke. That is the first step to turn into a were shark. You're able to fly, so you feel what you will never be able to do. And then you fall into the water, you get the gills.
I already have gills.
Oh. You get double the gills.
Wow.
As this conversation is happening, Vale, at the corner of your eye, you begin to see something kind of snaking around Copperbox's prone body on the deck.
Like, instinctually, she like moves her head towards where it is and like alerts Pickles next to her. Like, I think there's something next to Copperbox. Can I see what it is from here, or do I have to get closer?
I mean, I don't think you're that far away. The ship isn't big. But yes, so you can kind of, it looks a little bit like the wormling that you dispatched down in the depths.
I'll approach sort of cautiously and like look back to Brian to be like, have my back real quick on this? I don't know what this is.
Yeah, she's right with you. What?
This is gonna be a weird question, maybe. What is this body language sort of conveying? Is it like focused on something? Is it like scared? Is it like hostile?
So it's currently winding its way around Copperbox's body, and it's kind of, most of its body is kind of wrapped around Copperbox, and its head has just come over the head of Copperbox, and it's kind of almost phasing in and out.
Oh no!
And
How big is this thing?
Like a stoat or a ferret.
No, it's like a medium size. It's a relatively it's long, but it's not really big. It's about, I guess, like the size of a person. It's a medium sized creature.
Brian's gonna kind of like split
or at least
slightly.
the part of it you can see is a medium-sized creature. It's like if you look closer, you will see that part of it is still
in the box.
Yeah, attached to the box.
Look, at some point I'm going to fall out of the sky and ruin this whole bit, so it should probably happen sooner rather than later.
I mean, you could land. You could land.
No, of course not. I don't know.
You landed to speak to Ashi, so
Ash told me I could fly, so I flew off again. I don't know it's going to stop at some point. I think this is the first step of my transformation into lycanthropy. So
Okay.
I'll run up. Like just go rush up next to Copperbox's unconscious form. Could I make some sort of like Arcana check to see what's like happening? Or
I think actually, like, it's staring at you. Like, can you give me a wisdom save?
That's so fair. That's
Very
one
different.
thing I'm good at. I wish I'd rolled better though. That's 13.
Okay, so you get the flashes of the same sort of vision that you had whilst you were sleeping last night of the gargantuan creature, the crystal sun, and a figure at a forge. But then you kind of see more of that as this figure at the forge is hammering away. It turns to the wormling, and the wormling kind of somehow in a way that I guess an intelligent creature will nod its assent, its agreement, and it will kind of curl its way over to the box, and the figure will take a hand, place it on the wormling's head, and as it does, almost as if it's being pushed into the box, the creature will flow into and onto the box with the inlay that is kind of traced out, and it will flow across and over the box, across and over the pieces, and fill in that inlay. So it will go around and come back over. And as it comes back to the front, its tail seems to separate from the other pieces of the inlay, and it will circle itself on the front as if the wormling has gone and swallowed its tail on the front. And that kind of coming out of that, you kind of see that same face staring at you.
So it's like the wormling was almost imprinted on the outside of the box, and it's like
it is the box.
Maybe.
Hey everyone, the box is doing something weird.
Oh, let me roll a little falling damage, but no, I'm joking. I'm joking. It doesn't really matter. But there is a sizable, there is a space on the ship there's a bit more of a hole in there. It's a little bit like cracked boards have bowed in and snapped.
Ashi, what happened?
I have to pay so much.
Second step, you cannot fly anymore. But because you didn't fall into the ocean, it's gonna take longer.
Oh, okay. How much time have I got?
A couple of weeks, depends.
Okay.
Have you eaten any mangoes or
Yeah.
berries?
Myrtle was behind Hum, looking at Ashy, just making the fucking daggers of eyes at Ashy, just
Okay. So you're over there having this conversation with Paul whilst Brian...
No, rejoin the plot, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I guess there's one part of the crew that's like very like on it for what's going on the ship, and then there's a different part of the crew is just like...
So, should we be playing NPCs for this portion? Or what's useful for you? No, but like as soon as there's like calling out, especially like Vale says like something is happening, like attention gets immediately spun over there.
What exactly happened when you found the box?
We fought this like little dragon wormling thing that was like protecting the box, and then we took the box, and honestly, this is the first weird thing that's been just done. Well, no, the second weird thing. I think it's affecting Copperbox in some way, and we don't really know how.
Oh, and what are we gonna do with the worm situation?
So the worm is still staring at you, and it has caught you. So it's still kind of in the back of your mind. You can kind of feel it there.
In my mind.
Yeah. Well, yes. In your mind, and it's almost, it's sending you
vibes,
images that like you got those same images, but like every time it goes through that sequence, a little bit more gets added on. So after you kind of learn or maybe come to understand a bit about the making of the box, you kind of see a hold, and like you see it being moved onto a ship and being taken to a hold, and then suddenly everything goes dark until the door opens and you all appear.
Can I reach over and try and put my sort of claw near it?
It's just staring at you. If you could give me a wisdom save as well.
Sure.
With all these interactions, can Ashi try to assess if there is any intelligence from this creature? Is all instincts, or is there a conscious in this creature?
Yeah, I'm curious if it's like
give me. I can't think of what check that would be.
Animal handling or insight?
even insight, I feel like is part of it, or if like Arcana, both, I think.
Yeah, do you have proficiency with both?
I will go with Arcana if possible, please.
Oh no, it's if you have proficiency in the latter, then you can roll with both. As in, you can roll with your +2. It will make this a wisdom Arcana check.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll an insight and then an Arcana.
No, it was add your plus if you're proficient with Arcana.
Okay, cool.
Your insight check. Yeah.
So that is a total of 15.
Okay. You get the sense that, because you don't have really any of the backstory of this, but you get the sense that it's possible that there is some intelligence here, because this creature it's not attacking you, it's just observing you, and it's almost like it's making a decision. And that whilst it's kind of ghostly in nature, there does seem to be some intelligence behind its eyes.
Rolled a 16 on my wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So you're fine. You don't get this kind of constant replaying and addition of images.
Okay.
But
I will keep reaching out, and I have an animal handling proficiency. Can I try and handle it?
I think it kind of snaps at you a little as a kind of thing to like stay away.
I can't roll animal handling?
You can. It's
Oh, Miss Big and Strong and also a cutie.
It's just like any other person in the crew. like if you were just like, oh yes, I'm just going to touch this person.
Could
If
I
they
help
didn't want that.
harm with this role and approach it too, sort of out of curiosity with like the images I have playing, or
Yeah, you can if you'd like.
What am I rolling?
advantage?
Animal handling with advantage?
I think it's more of a persuasion check.
Oh,
Shit. Probably shouldn't do that then. All right, persuasion check with advantage. Here we go. That is a 4.
Yeah, no, it's definitely snapped at you and kind of moved its head to the other side of Copperbox. And it's turned back to you, Vale, and you're getting these images, but now it's kind of showing you kind of a set of towers that are ranging behind, like at the edge of. Now I can't word. Basically, it's showing you a cliffside, and on that cliffside there are a set of towers, and goes through the streets and up to a building, and dives. It kind of takes you diving down to like this darkened area where kind of the last image you get is this big hulking ghostly dragon that kind of snaps at you.
I think she's sort of like half here in reality, half in like her own mind, and like at that snap she'll like physically recoil at nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna
What
say.
is the rest of
I think especially once like this connection and the kind of like startling intensity of it becomes obvious, and it's kind of like cagey and reacting to us, but like not really interacting, I guess. I'm gonna do maybe a weird thing that is hopefully useful. So Myrtle kind of like scoots up on his book and just is like looking at this creature, trying to make eye contact and like do kind of the approach like a horse thing where you want the horse to know you're there, right? But as he does, he kind of like takes his staff and puts it up to his temple, and then as he pulls it away, there's this like extra chain on top of it, but it's like this wispy, silvery, ethereal chain that kind of like dangles from his head onto his quarterstaff. And he pulls it off, and this is a short little chain that is now dangling. And he kind of like reaches out to this wormling, like almost like dangling a piece of meat of this like kind of arcane thing. And he's casting Encode Thoughts, which lets me pull a memory, an idea, or a message from my mind and transform it into a tangible string of glowing energy. But basically it's a way for me to like put the idea of like, or message of like, do you need help? Kind of, and then I'm imagining like he's just trying to like dangle to get this thing to like snap at it or interact with it or something, so that it will like get the question and idea and message. And he's like not even saying anything, he's just like approaching and like.
So I think that it's kind of, as you've approached, turned to look at you, approaching closer, and kind of will kind of wind its head forwards a little bit until it reaches that point. And I guess I'm not going to make you give me the save because you're deliberately trying to make a connection with it. You're you will see all these images in your head, but they'll also be words kind of overlaying it, and Vale will also kind of have that same thing. It's like, I'm supposed to be taken to the place where my charge will be safe.
I look over to Myrtle. Like, what did you do? Why can I hear? Where exactly is that, do you know? Also, hi, I'm Vale. Nice to meet you, I think. If we can talk right now. What's your name?
My name has been lost to time.
Ooh. Sort of like a puzzle.
So with what it will kind of continue to wind its way towards you, but it's not leave like part of his body. It just keeps coming off of the box. It's almost as like the box still has all of its inlay, but it's still winding its way around Copperbox, and kind of now it's like its front claws are over Copperbox's shoulder, and it's like winding its way, so it's getting closer and closer and like around you two, to say. My name has been lost to time, but my purpose is to keep this safe, and the place that it's supposed to be secure. And then the words Candlekeep kind of echo through your minds.
I will lean.
No, for the rest of the crew, I have no fucking idea, because this is just happening in your heads.
I will lean over to Ashy and to Brian and go,
It just ate Myrtle's brain. Are we worried about that, or is that okay?
No, I think I agree with you. Metal's no longer the leader.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's time to kill Myrtle.
You're in a safe place here. Everybody on my crew is so peaceful and loving.
You attacked me whilst I was doing my job.
Now, funny thing about that is we were also doing our job, so it's sort of like a conflict of interest there. It's nothing personal. Candlekeep, is that the place that you showed me?
Yes.
Can I do a history check on that? Do I know anything about Candlekeep?
Oh, sure,
Yeah,
you
I
can.
would also like to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Assuming, well, I guess I don't know. Is it just to Vale that this thing is speaking? Anyone it has
No,
this
it's
kind of
speaking
connection
in
with?
both of your heads.
Okay.
Right, it's established a connection with both of you.
Nat 20, 25.
Natural 20.
Ooh,
wow.
lovely.
Natural 20.
wow. You've both heard of one of the most famous places in the world.
No. We know a shitload about one of the most famous places in the world. We know about the complex historical machinations and the current and former socio-political climates of the most famous place in the world. We know the best place to get ramen noodles in the most famous place in the world.
And tacos place.
Okay, so not only do you know that Candlekeep is an incredibly famous library and fortress you know that it has it holds a enormous store of knowledge, like rare knowledge, and it is protected by great seers and scholars, but also you are well aware of, it's not really a secret as such, or at least it's one of those
Secret to no one.
what to say? Sorry?
Secret to no one.
Yeah, it's very much a kind of, there is a reason why this place is a little bit more secure, because there is a lovely little ghost. Little, I say. There is a wonderful there is another dragon that inhabits the subterranean vaults that protects Candlekeep and the vaults down there, that would add an extra layer of protection in addition to the various scholars and protectors of Candlekeep. I mean,
I give a knowing look to Myrtle, like, oh yeah, of course.
And
I mean, okay.
no. Just joking.
You know that the wardens have a range of powers
And what would you say what are like the names of the 10 best wardens? Assuming we also know that.
When do they get on their shift? When do they leave?
Right.
What do they eat during lunch?
Exactly. Etc.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you all that, but I think that is something that will have to happen at the top of next session. We are, yes.
Is it a problem that I'm about to kill Myrtle? Because Myrtle can't be trusted anymore because Signa's brain.
We'll find out at the top of next session.
I think that is something that we will have to work out at the top of it.
As she says, assassin instincts, third step to become a warrior.
Of course. We will solve all these problems. We will understand more of the lore about Candlekeep. We will... I guess maybe someone will tell Hom that they're being tricked by Ashley, or we will let this continue. We will let this continue. This just be. Well, I don't know.
She's looking out for me. Ashley has told me categorically that when you get bitten by a were-shark, you fly.
And we will be having words
as
about
I say,
that, Ashley.
thank you, everyone, for joining us and being part of this wonderful crew, traveling with us as we combated some were-sharks and joining the various shenanigans of this crew and the returning crew member. But for now, like, if you enjoy tonight, we will be playing on alternative Mondays, like with the other Mondays off being Fracture, the long-running campaign. I guess you'll also see me in that, and Chris, our wonderful DM. But that will be every Monday from 6 p.m. BST and 10 a.m. PST. Wait, is that? Yes. Yep. 10 a.m. PST, because we are now on summertime. It's not summer, it's raining all the fracking time, but there you go. But you can join us on Tuesday at the same times for wonderful recaps of our previous store of shows. Like, bite into that madness, understand more of the lore. If you're just joining us now, that's a perfect opportunity to do some catch up. So hopefully we'll see you in the chat there. However, you can also join us on Fridays, again from the same times, for Talk Together, or Talking as a Free Action, which is our chat show where we interview our players, sometimes pluck them out of the worlds they are very much in and run them through dungeons, those pesky question marks. And yes, otherwise we'll be talking to other DMs and other TTRPG industry voices. All our shows are streamed at twitch.tv RollTogetherRPG. And you can find all of our content archived at youtube.com RollTogetherRPG. There are also podcast versions of our shows available everywhere, so just search for Roll Together RPG. And a massive thank you to our sponsors and supporters and our D20 Club on Patreon. There should be a link in chat to join us now. Every penny helps us make the content we do, and it is just one of your earthly pounds. Or are we saying it's a gold? Possibly a gold?
Yeah, gold, dollar. We have 1 yen, and that's a little bit stingy.
Yeah, one of your own currency to join us. And yeah, don't forget, we're all over social media as Roll Together RPG, even on the TikTok, because we are young and hip and know how to do things.
None of us do it.
Yeah.
Couldn't say anything, but
I'm sorry, Nathan, do you run a TikTok for your channel as well?
I started one.
Oh.
And it exists.
Oh. Well,
that is the end of the description.
Me too. No, thank you for watching, everyone, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.